Welcome to the podcast. We have a lesbian.
That's me.
That's Bella, and that's Noah, and that's Ryan.
Fuck you.
Kill me.
Kill him. Welcome to the podcast. We're back. We got
With a
Bella.
lesbian this time.
Yeah.
Our first woman on the podcast.
Yeah.
And she's a lesbian. Man, we're really... Huh?
Where's the graveyard?
Because we had to move it because it was blocking you two.
Did you shut this?
No. Did I?
No.
Oh, fuck. I didn't shut the volume off, did I?
Welcome to...
Dude, this,
Well,
You fucking idiot.
we're here. She's queer. Let's take a shot.
yeah.
Get your shot glasses.
Is this working?
Yes.
Welcome. So today, I have a bottle of Captain Morgan Private Stock. It tastes
More
like
like
Captain
private
Morgan.
cock. Ah.
My cock's anything but private. Ooh,
And yet it gets no use.
exactly. It's public. It's like a public bathroom.
Are you taking one?
Yes, that's how we start every podcast.
I don't get a choice. Jesus,
I don't get a choice.
don't spill it on my laptop again.
He's did this every
Actually, you did it
podcast.
that time. The time that you started freaking out was you.
Yeah, that was the only time.
What you're talking about?
Well,
Thanks, G.
Pour it over my laptop.
Oh, my God.
pour over Ryan's laptop.
All right.
Well,
Well, welcome to the Sloppy Seconds podcast.
why is my shot significantly bigger than all of yours?
Because you poured yours very high.
Welcome to the dump.
Ooh.
All right. So,
Well,
Yeah.
after everybody's done screaming, are we done?
so we have Bella on the podcast, and she's
This
gonna talk
is-
something.
You got to introduce her.
Bella.
So this is Bella. This is Ryan's cousin.
She's related to me in some way.
You got to talk into the mic, buddy.
She's
You're
related to me
lucky.
in some way.
Can't
This
just-
audio is going
can't
to be
just
unusable.
yell.
We need a new mic. We need another mic if we're going to keep having people on the
We
podcast.
just, we just need to stop.
I'll probably be here for every podcast now, just to let you all know.
Of course, we would always have it.
We're totally excited.
You know, Ryan, he's here, but he is Ryan's learning how to skateboard.
Yeah, my buddy's finally doing it.
Regular Tony Cock over here having a good time with his skateboard.
Okay, Noah hurt himself.
Yeah, Noah.
I did.
No,
Okay, so I'm the only one that has like really skateboarded in this group until Ryan now. But
Well,
I
he
was
wiped out on my board before I did.
he just bought his board today, and I was riding around the basement before we set up, and I went to go stop, and it didn't stop. The board just flew up from under my feet, and I landed on the floor. And I made a mark on his floor because his skateboard's blue, and now there's a blue mark on his floor.
Fucked up my brand new board.
Well,
It's already fucked.
I thought you broke your elbow.
Nah, I've done a lot worse while skateboarding.
Oh God.
well, Bella, is your first time on the podcast. What's your first sentiment to say?
I hope we go viral because of me.
All right, I want this to be the most disliked video ever.
Yeah, if you're seeing this, dislike it. So, Bella, why are you here?
Honestly, I was just bored and wanted to get drunk, so here I am.
Wow,
Well,
you're,
yeah.
wow, that sounds like the reason we started this podcast.
Wanted to send a message.
Come on, I want you to hit me. Well,
Hit me.
Bella, we're glad you're here, and you know, I guess we have a few questions for you. I guess.
All right.
These are, by the way, if they're bad, this is because they're all on the spot.
I got
This
a
was a
question.
last minute thing.
Oh no, I've had
Yes,
these planned.
I'm a
Shut
little
up.
I've got a
nervous.
killer
Not gonna
question.
lie.
Talking to the mic, Ryan.
I've got a killer question. Who wants to let me hit their vape?
All right, Bella, you're related to him.
Thanks, bro.
There you go, buddy.
Wait, Ryan, do a big old vape hit.
Can he do O's though? Yes or no?
He gives me O's, so I believe in him. Wow, they're real bad.
They kind of suck, but
I'll put my wiener in there. So,
a little
Bella,
bit.
why are you the way you are?
I have no answer for that.
Yeah, none of us do.
I'm a little questionable, if you.
Questionable.
Yes.
What kind of questions are being asked about you?
Well, Bella, let's start with a little bit more pinpoint question, I guess, as Ryan's dying in the back. So what do you do?
Sorry.
I am a
fucked
dog
up when I
groomer.
should've-
You're a dog groomer,
Yes.
so you like dogs.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
It's
What-
kind of a hard job because I get bit every day and shit on and peed on, and it's just a lot of hard work. But
That just sounds like my Wednesday
I
night.
think we all
At the
get
end of
peed
the
on a little bit
day-
at our jobs.
I
at the
piss
end of the
myself
day,
sometimes.
it's what I love to do.
I pee on myself when I don't shake it enough, and there's still a little bit of dribble left.
There's always some
can
trouble
I
left.
can I say I saw a dude I was
I
at
feel
work
you.
the other day. He's a dude that like he goes
Shake
up
your
and
pussy enough, and there's always some pee left on
Yeah,
it.
I hate that.
I hate that.
you gotta take a hair dryer. But no, I was at work the other day, and there's this guy who was pissing in the urinal. And dude, he was sitting there for a good minute just fucking shaking it, and I almost wanted to stop him. Like, please.
He wasn't. He didn't care that you were there. He was having
No,
fun.
like
with it.
you know, you know the guy. The guy who's always in there. That's like he takes off most of his
You already know the
clothes.
guy.
And, you know the guy. Yeah, guy who takes off most of his clothes and washes himself in the
Fucking-
sink.
The foreign dude?
Yeah, dude.
okay,
Where
yeah.
I was washing
Wow,
my
racist.
hands.
There's a lot of things in this place.
We
so-
gotta bleep that one out.
And
Yeah,
like,
bleep
no.
Ryan so he takes a shot.
No,
Oh, by the way, if you do get bleeped, you do have to take a shot.
That wasn't bleep worthy. Fuck you.
I'm
Alright.
just kidding.
No, he like
purpose.
I was up in the bathroom and I was washing my hands and like he was at the urinal for
Wait,
a really long
you
time.
wash your hands?
You don't?
Slimer actually
I
washed
thought men don't
something
wash
on his
their
body.
hands.
We do. What?
Anyways, go
I'm
on.
No,
done.
I wash my dick and balls when I leave the bathroom every time.
I dunk my
Yeah, so I
balls
don't
in the
have to
piss
wash
water.
my hands from touching my balls because I wash them so frequently.
Yeah, my balls dunk in the piss water, so I don't have to wash them. It's all right. In the
See,
toilet,
that was
you know?
my thing on that. Is like I've heard some people say is like, you know, why am I washing my hands after I touch my dick? I should be washing my hands before I touch my dick, so my dick doesn't get all dirty.
That's a fair point.
Ew.
I have to wash my hands before I
I mean, you
take
got
a piss.
slimy hands, and then you piss,
Well,
and then you wash your hands. You should wash your hands before you fucking slime up your dick.
See, I have to
Hey,
go
wash
to
the
when I
hands.
go to the bathroom. I have to wash my hands first because my hands are like pretty much black from like all the oil and grime
I
and
mean, yeah, I'll
grease.
do it if my hands are fucked up.
Yeah, well, that's
Or
every
what I
time.
like to do is I'll grip my jeans, all right, and I just flop my dick out, all right. So like that way I'm not touching my penis throughout the whole thing. And usually, yeah, the aim is worse, but like
If you're
Why
pissing in
am
a
I
urinal,
here?
So you just
Yeah.
kind of let it. You just kind of let it.
Yeah, I'll hold the edges of my jeans and I'll just have my dick.
And you'll
flopped
use
out.
your
Ew.
jeans as the like the kind of like the
Yeah, it's kind of
aiming-
like the steering. Like,
the steering wheel. Yes,
oh, like a motorcycle type thing, you know. Like,
he makes
okay.
the noises too.
Is that why you don't go to the bathroom with him?
No, I do. I'll be in the stall. I'll be
I
on
have
my
a question.
phone. Yes.
Do you guys play Star Wars?
What
do you mean
What do you
play?
In the bathroom.
Oh, lightsaber
Oh.
fight. She wants to know if we fight with our dicks.
sword fighting.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I
I mean,
All the time.
I'm
all the
not
time.
allowed anymore. I hit too hard.
Alright.
That's
then.
because his
Next
dick's so
segment.
small we get hit with the rest of his body.
Gave me a Muslim
Come on.
stamp, and I've never been the same since.
I came into the fight with my dick hard, and then I pulled it back and let it slap, and Ryan not
Oh,
got it. You know.
hell no.
Got that whiplash.
No.
Sorry if Ryan's a little quiet because he doesn't have a mic at the moment.
I'm in between two people. I'm sure
I
you
took
can hear
his
me.
mic.
I'm in between two of these fucking people. I'm sure you can hear
We're
me.
sharing-
Well, that's what I'm
though.
saying.
Here, say some
If you're a
words.
little quiet.
So I'm saying I'm sure I can be heard. I'm between fucking two mics.
Yo, never mind. We don't want to hear him anyways.
Bella,
It's okay.
how many shakes do you think a guy needs to make sure his penis is good from?
She doesn't know she's a lesbian now.
Well, no. How many do you think?
I would say 3 is a good number.
No,
Shake
it's
it.
not.
It's like
It's
that-
really
It's
not.
100.
Here's the thing. It's like
It's
that
really
old
not.
Good Charlotte song, you know. Shake it once,
Spin it
that's
around with a
fine.
lasso.
Shake it twice, that's okay. You shake it 3 times, you're playing with yourself.
Well, see, here's the thing. 3 times still isn't enough to get all the dribble off.
You have a lot of, you have a lot of piss.
Decided on that.
Yeah, what person was just like, I only want to shake it twice? Like, I'm not playing with it. I'm just trying not to have piss in my pants.
Yeah, but is there a limit?
I mean, technically, no. Like, there isn't a law. Like, a police officer's not going to break down the stall door and arrest you for shaking it more than twice.
Well, let's
but
say,
like,
let's say, okay, so let's say you're at like a baseball game. You're in the urinal, you're pissing. That kid comes up to you, like, or next to you, and he's pissing in the urinal next to you. You're like, oh, I gotta shake my dick to, get the piss off. How many times where the people are like, what the fuck are you doing?
see, what I do
know,
is
like-
I kick him to the side and I lift my leg up like a dog, and then I just shake my body.
See, I just sit in the urinal and push my dick down it.
You guys probably sing the song by Taylor Swift and say, "Shake it off, shake it off."
No,
All right, you're off the podcast. Get off.
I I just flap it around like a propeller over and over.
You spin it so it flies in a circle.
You get a little in your mouth sometimes.
You just fucking have to spit it out, man.
Are we allowed to vape in the
Yeah.
podcast?
I do.
Has
Oh,
anybody...
no.
He literally just asked you for your
There's
vape.
a fucking weather system producing right in front of us. Of
Vape
course
cheers.
Actually, yeah, every once in a while, like in the video, you can see like a vape cloud just
Yeah, no,
forms
it'd
in the
just be
middle of
sitting there
it.
for
What
like
is
an
that,
hour.
a ghost?
A fucking specter.
There's a spooky specter here.
Okay, Bella. So,
Okay,
why are you gay now? Before she answers, a little backstory. She wasn't gay for a while.
Yeah, I dated a guy for like 7 years. He treated me like shit.
You ever think that maybe like him just being a cunt just pushed you to this? Or-
I think him treating me so
That's a good
poorly.
question.
I was gonna say.
Oh, like
maybe
those
I was
people that
speaking
are like
too
fuck
quietly.
men
I was
because
No,
one
that's a
guy.
good question.
I'm
Actually,
saying
yeah,
I
that's
probably
a good.
spoke too quietly, yeah, for that time.
But
Did him treating you like shit push you to women?
yes, I would say so. And now
Maybe you just need a guy that doesn't suck.
I'm.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always open to the possibility, but
don't
as
date any
right
of Ryan's
now,
friends.
I am quite happy liking women. So
What do you like about women?
Bitch and moan.
She really.
Yeah,
likes
honestly,
roast
what do
beef.
you
they
like
do be
about women?
moaning, though.
Because like
Nobody heard that.
Not with
it
me.
sucks.
Not with me. Man.
Women suck. All they do is
No,
they
I mean,
like Ryan said,
they
bitch and
understand
moan,
me.
and then they get annoyed
They
over
eat
the
hot
littlest
chip.
steps. And all they do is eat hot chip and lie.
And lie.
Eat hot chip. And
They
lie.
listen to me. They understand me.
What'd
Literally,
you say?
how are you just got into the
Shit,
game of
what's
liking
the
women? I've been
terminology?
liking women since I was like
Might
8.
as well date my
So
PlayStation.
how
It understands me. It loves me.
it plays with
Bella,
me?
What'd you say? I don't understand.
Yeah, because I've been liking women since like what 8? Since I was 8, 7 years old,
12,
and I still never get any of that. How is it that you just turned lesbian like a couple months ago, and you're like, they understand me, they're all this, they're all
I think it's
that?
just 'cause
Men
I'm a
want to be me.
Girl on girl
Women hate
contact.
me and men hate me.
We just understand each other.
Maybe.
We
Boy
know-
house,
we
guys,
know
boy
what we
house.
want.
Guys should service each other.
Oh,
so
you
that
know
we
what?
know what we want.
Here's the thing. I get it, cause like obviously women know what women want, and like guys know what guys
Why don't
want.
guys get with guys?
Why aren't we?
Why aren't we together? Noah, you
I
can
don't-
put a finger in my ass and stimulate my prostate while playing with my cock and balls, and then like
See what I would do?
Kiss
Is
my
instead of
ass
giving
a
you
little
like a
bit?
reach around, I'd give you a reach under, and what that is I put like a finger in your asshole, and I grab your sack and pull it.
I just play tug of war with your cock and see how far I can go.
Wow, we're gonna have to bleep this.
that sounds like
No, this is
No.
normal
Now
conversation.
this goes in.
Alright.
We've literally talked. Have you never watched an episode?
I have never.
She's
I
never
have
had
never
the
watched an
interest
episode.
to.
Well,
Why are we
She's-
letting her on here?
She's
we'll
no-
send you this one when we're done.
She has known that we've been
I
doing
definitely wanna see this
podcasts.
when
She's
it's
seen
over.
it, but she has no interest in watching us, just like the rest of us.
But I definitely want to be in all the rest of them. So
I don't know. You
You
gotta
see my
watch.
face.
You gotta watch them. All right, if she wants to be in the rest of them, she has to buy her own mic.
Oh yeah, she wants to be in the rest of them.
How much
Bella,
are
what do
they?
you
Listen,
what do you
this
feel about
Fortnite
video
software we
games?
use, this-
Huh?
this
Do you like
shit-ass
video
software we use does
games?
not support
honestly,
Fortnite.
I kind of do.
Yeah, what video games?
I like
Since when do
race.
you play video games?
Okay, listen. I'm talking. I got the
Like
mic.
an Atari when
Fine,
she
fine.
was 5.
I like racing games.
Racist games. What?
Racing.
Wow. Jesus.
Racing
What
games.
race?
I like Mario Kart. That shit is.
Italian. Do you don't like
Okay, so you're just
like
a basic
Crash.
girl playing game. Okay, all right. Okay, I'll give you that one. I like Crash.
Alright, let's not be
There
fucking.
was a SpongeBob video game that I fucking
movie?
loved. I think so. I think so.
No,
that
she
was good.
she might
That
be
was
talking
good.
about the Bikini Bottom Battle for
Oh, it's probably
Bikini
the
Bottom.
movie. Is it the one we always played together?
I think so.
Is that the one where you're
I
like,
like Guitar Hero.
you're in like
That one was two
Guitar
player.
Hero- well, Rock Band, Guitar Hero.
Rock Band, Guitar Hero.
I didn't buy a mic.
Beat
damn it.
Saber.
What's that thing we played the other day?
Beat Saber.
No, the one with the goggles.
Beat Saber.
No, it's not called
The
Beat
VR?
Saber.
The
Yeah,
VR?
I
Yeah,
like the
that was-
VR.
That was Beat Saber.
That
I know,
was
but
Beat
I'm
Saber.
saying, I just like
In
the
general,
VR in
the whole
general.
Oh yeah, that's just VR. Yeah.
Yeah, I
My-
like all those.
Virtual
It literally makes
reality.
you feel like you're in a different world, and I love that shit because I need an escape sometimes. You know,
Why don't you buy one?
my brother has one, and
You play
sometimes
it?
I play. Yeah,
Why
I
don't you
play.
get your own?
Well,
They have the
Because I don't
they-
be playing that much.
No,
Well,
they have the-
no.
they
See
have
what
the
I have.
VR.
What I have is I have the Oculus Quest 2, and it's completely separate. Like, you don't need a console to play it. You can play it wherever. You can bring it over here
Yeah,
and
that
play
sounds
it.
a lot better.
And you don't need to hook it up. You just need to
My
charge it.
brother
at a
just
wall.
bought the 3 or the Oculus 3 or whatever the fuck. He spent like $3.99 on it or some shit.
He probably has the same thing I do.
I don't know. I
Mine
asked him today.
just came out.
Did it? Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'll have to
Looked
look
like
at
they
the
would
text,
do
but
more.
like it's something
Yeah,
like
they look
Oculus Quest
expensive.
3.
I mean, there might be like, because there's different Oculuses, but like the Oculus Quest 2 just came out.
Can I just say, VR
Is so cool.
VR is the future.
Oh, dude, do you know that the Quest, I don't know if I told you guys, but it has hand tracking now. I don't even need controllers.
Yeah, no, it fucking.
It literally just tracks my hand and I can do whatever.
Yeah,
I
no.
want an index so bad.
Oh, those are pretty cool.
No,
I like
dude,
those.
are high tech as fuck.
I just want to, you know what I want? I just want to get like so rich that I can buy one of the suits and the treadmills and all that shit
Did you
that
see
I
the
can.
new treadmill? They put out?
Yes.
Did you see it? Yeah. Like instead of like the normal, it's got like that scorpion
Yeah.
hook that like grips just your waist. So like it looks a lot more like comfortable than the last one.
Yeah, because wasn't the
No,
other
no.
one like a giant like tower that held you?
It was like
Yeah.
it held you from all angles.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not very like super used, but they have like this treadmill you stand on and it just like holds your waist, and you have these special shoes. So it's like you walk on it, and
It like tracks
It
how
moved.
you walk.
so like
So you don't need a
in-
single controller.
So in the game, you can walk around, and you'll walk around in real life. So like it's kind of like a waistband, like it grabs on you, and then you just walk on this treadmill, but it'll move in any direction.
I gotta
so anywhere
say-
you walk, the treadmill will move and it'll track you in. The
I gotta say, the games
Really?
they come out with it though, like man, what
What, for
they'll
the
do,
VR?
yeah, the games that they're coming out for like stuff like that, and if that becomes like modernized, kind of like how like
yeah.
regular VR is right now, and like so normal people can just buy it, whatever. If that shit becomes, they're gonna get rid of the fat gamer, stereotype because. Like, you won't be fat playing those games because you'll have to do everything.
You have to be like the fucking fit gamer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
I
be
used to.
Chad, the Chad.
The Chad gamer.
Chad
I used to
gamer.
have the Wii Fit Plus.
Oh, the fucking.
Did you?
I
guys-
hate those things.
Did you guys ever throw a Wii remote at the TV? On
No,
accident?
I never have.
I did because I wasn't
Because you
playing.
never put the thing on your
I know.
wrist.
I was actually. It was even worse because I was at my aunt's house, and like we had Wii bowling, and I went like this. I was like, yeah, and I threw it, and the Wii remote went right into the TV. It didn't break it, but everyone was watching me, and they're like, I was like,
Oh, so they were like the bowling crowd when you throw the
Yeah.
ball backwards?
no, Wii bowling was so
Was revolutionary.
Dude,
I swear to God, it was so
honestly,
fun.
Fucking hands.
It was ahead of its time. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait.
Wii was kind of ahead of
Did
its
you
time.
guys hear
No,
that Taco Bell brought back their potatoes?
Yeah.
in VR.
No,
In
not in the VR. I'm already thinking about potatoes right
Bro.
now.
Oh, I already had it,
she
bro.
drank. She
I
drank a
already
little
had
bit
it.
of
Order some right now.
151. So
I drank 151 and some Hennessy. I'm not proud of it, but here I am.
before she got to this
Making a
podcast.
podcast with a sausage fest.
Well, that's what it.
Sausage.
You don't understand. The
Sausage
sloppy
Fest
seconds podcast is us drinking. Like we get drunk on these podcasts.
I know, but
Yeah.
have you guys heard of that they're back?
Yes.
Because
No, I already
it's
had
a
one,
beautiful
bro.
thing.
I had a spicy potato taco, bro. I was
Dude,
I was
we get-
fiending.
I
for
had a
taco.
spicy potato
Let's just
soft
order a
taco
bunch
too.
of that when we're done.
That
I
one's
am
back,
100%
and
down.
It's only $1.
Yeah, no.
Oh my
fucking-
god,
I
that
don't
shit
know.
I haven't
busting.
eaten-
Yo, you want to hear
I
what's
haven't
coming back?
eaten dinner
You want to
yet,
hear
so
what's
I can
coming
use that.
back? You want to hear what's coming back that I'm so fucking excited for?
What?
The Fruit Loop straws. Yeah! Dude, the fucking straws are coming
Look,
back and I'm
here's the thing.
so
Here's the
excited.
thing. I love milk. And cereal. Here's the thing. Cereal is a secondary thing to me.
Wait, how did you even hear about that?
Don't worry
I
about
saw it on a
I saw
post
it
on Twitter.
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Fruit Loops officially said that they're coming back because there was
Well,
a
no,
huge.
because wasn't it somebody who was like, "Where the fuck are the straws?"
No,
Like, the
they
actual-
started like a petition.
Well, I'm saying the actual account responded to somebody. They're like, "Oh, well, maybe you'll get what you wish
Dude,
for."
can I just say, like, cereal, like the cereal after you're done eating the actual cereal and you get that milk?
The shuggy
Yes.
milk.
The shuggy milk.
Shuggy
And you're
milk.
like, dude, it's
Wait,
fucking.
do you
bomb.
remember those granola bars that were cereal flavored?
Oh,
Yes.
With like
yeah.
the cinnamon
They,
toast
they
crunch
still
ones?
have those
I
everywhere.
haven't
Like
had that in a
you got to go to
minute,
like
but
Marks and find them.
Those are elite.
I always had
Um,
that in school.
no, you know what?
Cinnamon
You know
Toast
what?
Crunch one? Ooh.
One of my favorites are the Golden Graham, ones.
Out of this world.
I like the Golden Graham ones because they literally just taste like s'mores because they have chocolate and marshmallow in them, and it's
my
just
God,
a
I
Golden
literally
Graham.
want
It's
one
just
right
it tastes
now.
literally
Bro,
like a.
You know,
what? Yeah.
my favorite cereal, like, out of every fucking cereal is fucking the Oreo-O's.
I just finished my box.
Oh
I
my
just finished it last
God,
night.
those are fucking
The
What's
delicious.
Cookie
your
Crisps.
favorite cereal? You go first.
Oreo.
Okay, what's yours?
Probably like the honey Cheerios.
Mine is Fruity Pebbles.
No,
Mine-
fuck
it's-
you.
mine-
Fucking
mine's-
Cheerios, but they taste like something like it.
Mine's
and it makes
a-
the milk all sugary and honey.
No, I like Honey Nut Cheerios, but it's not my favorite. My favorite either has to be between Fruity Pebbles or Captain Crunch Berry.
Hey, remember that bird that went fucking crazy for Cocoa Puffs, bro?
He's still going crazy, bro.
Dude, he's
still
he
going
was
crazy.
in court. Remember that commercial? He was in court.
I do. And then he like blows up in the court, and like the whole court turns to chocolate.
Yeah, dude, he's
Why
in
is there
jail.
no more cereal?
Well, the thing is,
commercials
I think there
anymore?
are, but nobody watches TV anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody has time to eat breakfast most of the time.
A
I
lot-
anymore.
literally
that's
don't even
true.
eat breakfast. The only time
Yeah, I
I
don't
like
either.
cereal is like late at night, and it's
Dude,
meh.
right? Yeah.
I mean, it's close enough the morning.
Cereal,
I
yeah,
like
it's
cereal
cereal.
in my
I
fucking
eat
house.
cereal in the morning. It's just not for breakfast. It's a very, very, very late snack.
No,
I know.
dude, my parents, they gave me this big fucking box of what, I don't know what's called, Blueberry. And like,
I love blueberry.
and like they gave me
cereal.
this, they gave me this.
No, Count Chocula's better though.
No,
Strawberry.
sidetrack.
Frankenberry.
When we were on that trip to fucking North Carolina, you bought those like haunted fucking chips.
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever.
the ghost chips.
Yeah, the super
Ghost
hot.
pepper?
You know, we stopped at some gas station in like the middle of fucking nowhere, and they just had like they're like, yeah, super hot chips. They're made with ghost peppers and shit. And I'm like, oh, this because I was bored as fuck sitting in the car because we were sitting in the car for like 10 hours. I'm like, I'll eat some hot chips. This will entertain me for a bit. And like,
And Ryan ate a chip, and he's like, "Holy fuck, these things are hot!" And he's like,
Really?
freaking out in the
I've eaten
bed.
a whole ghost pepper before. And I'm like, this ain't that
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, well, yours was fucking worse than that. But no, I just had this like bag of chips. I'm like, this ain't gonna be shit. I'm like, holy fuck, and I'm just sitting in this back seat. I'm like, this is fucking.
And then like
ridiculous.
every
the
once in
whole
a while, I
bag?
Oh,
remember.
Of course I ate the whole bag. Yeah.
I remember every once in a while, Ryan would pick up the wrapper of the bag, go,
ain't no
"Ooh."
No, fucking, I remember it was.
No, I remember you're like, oh yeah. As soon as we open that bag, it's gonna release a ghost in the car.
No, I remember you were walking back to the car with him. And you're like, look, I bought like it was called like haunted fucking like whatever chips. I'm like, you're bringing a fucking. I looked at him like, you're bringing a fucking ghost in my car. I'm like, you're gonna make my car haunted.
I remember
bro.
you're pumping gas, and you're like, "You're gonna make my fucking car haunted."
Yeah, that was a good fucking
I was just sitting in
meme
the
for a
back
little
seat
bit.
bitching like, whoa, this is fucking hot.
No, it was really funny. Like he opened them, and it kind of like burned my fucking nose because it's sitting right next to him. And he's just, like, he eats one. He's like, "You want one?" I'm like, "Fuck you! It already burns, and I'm not even eating them."
That's kind of dangerous to eat those like on a road trip, though.
I mean, I usually don't get the shits from pretty much anything, so it's more of just like a mouth
Coffee.
misery.
Coffee gives me the shits.
Dude,
Yeah.
I drink a
One sip,
giant
and I'm like,
fucking.
okay, time for the bathroom.
Oh my god, I have a giant tumbler of fucking coffee every day,
Well-
and like that shit, I don't do nothing for me. Like
I
don't-
also
used
know.
to it.
I also know. Like
Yeah, I don't
apparently
shit with
cigarettes are supposed to like
Nicotine.
upset. Yeah, like
Nicotine,
nicotine
yeah.
upsets your stomach and all that shit.
Yeah.
Well, the one day I finally bought like my first coffee in like 3 months because I just don't have time to stop at a gas station. But I finally had time, so I stopped at the gas station and I get to work. And I'm sitting there and I'm drinking the coffee and I'm smoking a cigarette and I hear my tummy go brrr, and I'm like, I gotta shit. And like I walked to the bathroom and it was horrible. And I'm like, I didn't even fucking eat that bad last night. Like, what the hell? And then I realized, like, I come back in and I see the butt on the ground and I see my coffee sitting on the table. I'm like, oh yeah, those two things are supposed to like give you the shits.
What is that skull?
Oh,
That's Dan Aykroyd.
That's Dan
We
Aykroyd.
bought that when we were on our last vacation.
I
So-
bought that.
No, okay, so
It's vodka.
listen.
You
It
know who
was
Dan Aykroyd is? He's
Ghostbusters.
from a lot of old movies, like
Dan
did you watch Tommy
Aykroyd
Boy?
is in
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Tommy
you remember
Boy.
the fucking bad guy in that? He was like owned the brake factory that was like trying to put Tommy Boy out of business.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
He was in a lot of old
He's
movies. Like yeah,
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
He
a lot
makes
of
his
other
own
shit.
vodka,
Yeah, he
Yeah,
makes
he
his
made
own
it- that's
vodka.
company.
and that's
And-
his bottle. I bought that when we were in South Carolina last time because I wanted to buy something nice.
He wanted the bottle was like really cool.
Yeah,
so
if
he
you
bought-
saw him,
it was
Yeah,
very
I
it was
know.
very shitty vodka. It was awful.
Yeah, he's been
So
in a
bad.
shitload of like old movies and stuff. But yeah, it's like we saw that because when we were on vacation, there was this giant fucking liquor store, like way bigger than anything I've ever
Oh,
seen
hold on.
before. It was
Uncork that for me, please.
was crazy
We're
big.
gonna add some
But like, yeah, we found that
Liquid
there, and then
goodness.
he bought
Well,
that.
you're gonna mix them together.
So no, what
Yeah,
we
that's
did.
what
No,
we're
this
doing.
isn't
Actually, I
vodka. Listen,
bought,
this
I
isn't
bought one
vodka.
too.
This is this is every single bit of little bit of alcohol that we've had over there. All those bottles mixed into one bottle, and I forgot what we said when it
Nick's
like
gonna
fills
drink
up.
it when we're
I'm
done.
not gonna drink it.
Nick's gonna drink it when
Let me
we're done.
chug it.
And yeah, so
want to?
it's
Go
just
ahead.
it's just a
Drink
bunch
it.
of when it fills
Go
up.
ahead,
Nick's
have
got to
fun.
take a shot of it
I honestly, I'm very curious of what it tastes like, but also
because
I
it's
don't
got
wanna do that.
red wine in it. It's got whiskey, vodka,
The
beer.
wine- No, the wine and the beer is what worries me about that, because that shit goes bad, and that's
Yeah.
gonna be gross. The liquor,
look-
the liquor don't fucking matter. That
I
shit will
want to
stay
take a
good.
sniff, just to
That shit will
shake
stay
it up.
good
So
for
every
forever.
bottle that we have on this podcast, we put a little bit in Dan Aykroyd.
Let me smell. Let me smell it.
As he keeps smelling it. By the way, if you don't know, Nick's taking a big old whiff of the Dan Aykroyd skull.
All right, so try this.
Wait, I said I was gonna
Yeah,
sniff
there you go.
it. Let me sniff.
Sniff it. Take a little sniff. Don't pass out. That's
Chloroform. This isn't ASMR, bitch.
You don't even know what you're smelling.
ASMR.
ASMR.
Why does it smell like waffle?
What?
It smells like waffle.
Oh,
I didn't tell you guys I crushed a waffle up into it the other night.
Dude, actually, she's right. It kind of does.
Now I want waffles.
Take a sip of it. Take a sip. Probably tastes like waffles too. Come on, take a sip.
So, yeah, Dan Aykroyd is like our special guest.
yeah, I
every
bought
day.
because at that store he got the big one. At the store they sold like you get those tiny liquor bottles.
They're like
They had
$5,
one of those.
$6.
So,
I
yeah,
bought
I got like
one
a
too.
mini skull. It's up in my room, but like yeah, like I got like a tiny skull like that big. And yeah, it's
I bought a tiny
It's like
skull,
$10,
and I bought a tiny skull, and I bought a tiny alien head because they also have them in like alien heads.
Yeah, they have. Actually, we saw the big version of that when we went to the liquor store earlier. It's
Well,
called
that's
like
okay. When I
Outer
went back to
World,
Florida
some
with,
fucking thing.
my family, like I think I sent you the pictures. Like they had more of those, but they had them in like different kinds. Like they had like one that was like complete like camouflage and shit, but it was still the skull.
You know what would be really
they
cool?
had
Like
different skins on the
black
bottle.
crystal. Instead of clear, it'd be like black, but it's still glass. You kind of see through it. I think
Yeah,
that would be
I don't know
pretty
if you ever saw
badass.
it on Snapchat, but yeah,
They have-
like,
they have a
that
couple
made-
different
They had
ones.
like camouflage ones and shit. Like when I went to Florida, they had a lot more than what we saw in that
Mm-hmm.
store. They had like different ones. Like the camouflage one, that one was like $100-some bucks.
Yeah.
Something like that. I'm like, holy fuck.
Well, they have one that was like.
They had like 4 or 5 different.
Well, when
versions of that.
I bought that one, there was another one that was like $80, and it was like fuck. It was like kind of like a rainbow-ish kind of.
I think I know what you're. I think I saw that one.
That colored glass. like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
colored
yeah,
glass,
yeah, yeah,
like
I know
when-
what
They
you're
had
talking
that. They had that, and then they had a camo one, and they had some
Yeah.
other ones. Like they had a whole like shelf of them, like different ones and shit.
Yeah.
All right, so we got to go back to interrogating Bello.
Bella,
Oh God.
what's your favorite alcohol?
I would have to say Tito's.
Why Tito's?
Gets me fucked.
She's
Actually,
a basic
Every woman
bitch.
likes Tito's.
I am a basic bitch.
Every woman likes Tito's.
Who's
but
Tito?
when I drink
Her ex.
Hennessy, I take like one shot and I'm like, oh my gosh, I already feel it. So honestly, I don't know. I kind of like both of them.
We should just get you Everclear.
I know I want to try, but like
It-
the way
you
you
don't-
guys
it's
described
Oh, wait,
it.
Okay.
if you thought the 151 was bad,
I mean, I didn't even think
is
it was that bad
no,
though.
It is
Okay,
worth
okay.
trying
It was
once just to
bad,
be
but,
like,
like,
okay, I get it.
Is like
you
what
know?
I just gave you, but like without that flavor. Like that 151, it has that like you know like when
there's no
booze-
flavor. It's a sting.
Yeah,
That's it.
it's-
It's just
it's
like
like when-
water with. It's like spicy water.
Yeah, it's like how you get.
We're gonna have
It's like how you
soon-
get booze that's aged, where it's kind of darker. Like that's what I gave
It's
you.
just-
Like it's
yeah.
aged and it has that like darker shit to it. Like it, it's been aged and it has some flavor in it. Everclear is clear, and it's just the
spicy
alcohol taste.
water.
There's
The
no,
guy I
there's
get my
no
moonshine
extra
from, he's
flavor
making
to it.
strawberry.
It's just fucking burn and pure alcohol. And
I'm
it's
buying
clear,
it.
Cool.
And we're gonna have strawberry moonshine.
Cool.
Ooh, yum.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right. So
It's kind of like like our friend at work. He was just like he took a half day today so he could drive up to Kentucky where it is legal to sell like
The moonshine guy,
yep.
yeah
the apple pie one.
yeah
Yeah.
He drove up Kentucky today where they'll sell you Everclear that is like 200 proof and shit.
Because like it's not illegal to have. I think it's just illegal to buy.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, they just don't sell it. I don't think it's illegal.
Well, I think
They
it's
just don't
illegal.
sell it.
Yeah, it's illegal to sell and buy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
They
like,
just don't
well,
sell
yeah, you're not allowed to sell it, but like if you go to another state, and you know, but
I think. I'm not sure. I don't really look up laws, so.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. It don't matter.
I mean, who's gonna be like, oh, you're going to fucking prison now? You got 200 proof, bro? No.
Right.
But any
So,
more questions, Nicholas?
well, hold on. So Bella, you like Tito's and what else you say? Hennessy?
I like Henny. I actually like tequila a lot.
You like tequila?
A lot of people can't take like tequila shots, but like I like tequila shots.
Wow,
See,
I
got
can
a
take
lime with it.
Oh, dang! Why you gotta put it
as
in
Ro-
there?
as
hard,
Nick
bro.
Nick pulls out
Yeah,
his
it's a big
1800
pool
silver
table.
tequila.
Come on, let's go.
Take another
Shot of
shot.
tequila.
With like a lime and shit, I'm good with it. But like, buy
Ryan,
it.
grab your petrified limes from the fridge. And...
Fuck you. Alright.
Scoop.
You fuck my laptop. You're done.
Nice. Fuck you.
Oh, for those of you who don't know, I'm wearing a Peller cap right
Yeah, if you haven't heard us make
Yeah, we
fun of
didn't
him
bring it up
already,
this whole time.
we keep forgetting. It's very hard because we're so used to just having the video. It's very hard to just go back to the like to describe it for you audio listeners. Yes, Nick is wearing a red, blue, and yellow cap that has a green
Why'd you
propeller
give me
on
such
it.
a big fucking tequila shot.
Because you like tequila.
But that's big as fuck.
What do you want me to do about it?
That's fine. I'm just gonna take it.
So
She
Bella's
couldn't even
not
say
going to
take
work
it. She said
tomorrow.
talk it.
Anyways, do you guys know what's coming up?
Your birthday.
My birthday.
She's gonna be 12.
Actually 23. LeBron here.
Oh, 13.
12
13.
to 13, something like that.
So what should we do for my birthday?
It's your birthday.
I asked you where you wanted to
trying
go,
to
and you're like,
think
I
of,
don't
like-
know. And I was like, all right,
I kind
whatever.
of just want to get like some hotel rooms and like get or just like one big one
A hotel room,
and have a big hotel party or something.
and then we get thrown out halfway through, and then now we
or
have nowhere
we
to
could go
stay.
to like I could rent a cabin. That would be kind of spontaneous.
Spontaneous.
Or we can go to like Kalahari or some shit.
We've planned to go to Kalahari for like 3 years now, and I have yet to go. I've never been.
Yeah, me neither.
I've never been to Kalahari.
It's
We
really
have
fun, but I heard that they're like
probably a little bit more strict now because of the whole fucking stupid ass virus.
no, I heard that they're not strict at all, which is kind of like
Ooh.
scary.
I don't give a fuck. If I was gonna get the virus, I would have already had it, or I would get it and die. I don't care.
Listen, you know,
If it's my time to go, it's my time to go.
Listen, the main person I was concerned giving it to has passed away, so I don't care.
look, here's the thing. This is
My grandmother.
in terms of the
She
podcast.
She
and
passed.
From COVID,
No, she passed March 1st.
March 1st.
Yeah, literally like earlier this month. Yeah,
I'm sorry to hear that.
that's all right.
From what?
There was a yeah. She kind of just died of like, she just passed.
Really?
Yeah,
well,
Were you
I
guys
know there
close?
was. Of course, she's the reason I met him.
Oh,
she's-
the one that lived right there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
well,
So sad.
Yeah,
fine time for
My
a
grandma
shot.
died from COVID like a few months ago. That
yeah.
was fucking
We were
hard
talking
as
about it
shit.
the other day.
Well, here's a shot.
Shout to grandma.
Shot to grandma's.
Cheers.
Ooh, that went up through my nose a little bit. Oh, Noah. There goes Noah.
I was just trying to get another beer.
You know, I was fine. It was
Anyway.
funny as hell.
Did I ever tell you guys the story of when I was in Florida? My dad bought a bottle of 1800 silver, and so we were sitting there. My dad bought it, and he would have like a shot or two every night with his girlfriend, and he would give me a shot or whatever because my dad was cool with me drinking and whatever, but I wouldn't get drunk. And so they didn't finish. They had probably 75% of that bottle left because we only stayed for a weekend. And we got to the airport, and my dad realized he can't take an open bottle onto the plane.
Nice.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And so he's just like, well, I'm not wasting this. This was expensive, blah, blah, blah. I'm not wasting this. So him and my dad's girlfriend were just sitting there drinking it in the middle of the parking garage of the airport. And then they're like, dude, we're like, so my dad looks over at me with like 50% of the bottle left. He goes, come on, Noah, help us out. So he starts giving me, like, we're just passing the bottle around, just chugging this. And then her 14-year-old son's sitting there like, because she wasn't cool with him drinking yet. Or I don't even know if he's allowed to drink or whatever yet. But anyway, so he's just sitting there watching us chug this bottle of tequila. I got pretty much like over the limit of tipsy, and I got like fucking drunk, and I'm sitting there on the plane drunk as a fucking 19-year-old, and I'm just like chilling on the plane, and like the what is it, stewardess, is that her name?
Yeah.
The flight attendants, not
Yeah,
stewardess.
yeah.
The flight attendants come down, and she's like, hey, do you need anything? I'm like, nah, man. Like, I'm drunk on the plane. My dad started laughing because I was drunk on the plane, and it was hilarious. And then I get back and tell my mom that. She's like, oh, great. I'm never letting you go anywhere with your father again. I'm like, I'm 19 years old. You have no say.
God. No, I haven't been on a plane since I was like fucking 2.
You know, that was the thing. Like, you know that tiny like Maker's Mark bottle I showed
Yeah.
you? Yeah, like I was afraid coming back with that because I'm like, you know, I'm like, I mean, I only spent like $5 on it, but I'm like, they're gonna try to take this away from me, aren't they? Because like the whole time you're in line, they're just like, oh, any bottles, like you need to put them in the fucking, you know, like
Trash.
yeah, or trash or something. And I'm just like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm like, it's a tiny bottle. I fucking like just stuffed it in my shit, and like I got through there, and they didn't say a word to me. I'm like, oh fucking thank God.
Then you made a tiny Molotov cocktail. You're like, ah, fuck this plane, and threw it. And
Yeah,
you
because
know
I'm
what?
just like, I wanted to take that back with me. 'Cause I'm like,
Is that-
this thing's cool.
Is that the reason that they only give you tiny bottles?
I mean, it's like, here's the thing. Since 9/11, planes and like airports and shit have gotten like very strict. So
No,
even,
really.
Well, I mean, like, no, like for real, like that's the thing. Like they're very strict on like fucking everything. So shit, like, you know, even tiny bottles.
Oh
and
yeah,
shit.
no, trust me, I know, because
Yeah.
when we were going to Florida, we had to go through security and whatever, and they pulled me to the side, and my dad had to come and talk to the dude because I had it in complete. I had my electronic bag, which had my laptop, my chargers, I think my DS at the time or my Switch. I don't remember at the time which one I had, but like. I had all of that stuff in one bag. So there's just a bunch of wires and technology in one bag.
Always got a
And they
bomb in the bag.
well, yeah, they x-rayed it. They x-rayed it, and they took me to the side, and the dude searched me down, and then the dude talked to my dad, and my dad's like, yeah, he likes to play games. And they're like, oh, it's gaming equipment? And they just let me right on through.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm
My
like-
son's a fucking nerd.
Well, that was the thing when I was trying to get away with that bottle. Is they're just like the whole time, like everybody seems like they're fucking mad. Like they're just like, if you have any bottles, you need to throw them out. And I'm
Right.
just like, it's like this fucking big. Like piss off. I'm like, I just hid it in my shit. I'm like, please don't detect it on any of the
You know,
fucking things. Don't fucking no.
I think
got through there,
you're
I'm like,
allowed
oh,
to bring a bottle. It's gotta be like you can't have opened
Concealed,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, like you can bring that, but it cannot have been opened.
Well, especially like a bottle of Maker's Mark with that fucking wax.
And
on
I think
it. Like,
you're allowed to bring it in your carry-on, not your carry-on. You're allowed to bring it in your bag, just not your carry-on.
I mean, I didn't have any bag. I put it in my carry-on.
Well, probably because it was a little
Well,
thing.
that
So.
was, I mean, it was just like, yeah, I know it wasn't like anything like that. It was just like, it was just the thing of it's like I said, like every fucking asshole in the TSA or whatever is just like, they're just because there's a big ass line and they're all just like shouting at us all the way to the back. Like they had multiple people said, like, if you got any fucking thing, anything in a bottle, it needs to go. And I'm just like, please don't. I'm like, they're gonna like strip search me because they find this tiny bottle of Maker's Mark. I'm like, just let me leave. Let me fucking leave.
One thing I think would be pretty fucking fun to do is before I get on a plane, take an edible. I'm scared of heights.
Hey, no, I think we already saw how those things, or we already heard how that already
Yeah.
pertained because we listened to the Misfits and
Yeah,
like their
no, they
second
talk
or
about-
third episode was
No,
an
like,
explanation of
I don't
that.
know. I feel like here's the thing, like getting drunk on a plane. I feel like it's like, okay, I'm drunk, but I'm in a plane. But I feel like getting high on a plane, everything's. It is the thing. Getting drunk, it's like you're so grounded in reality, but just things like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, that's
But like
the thing.
getting high, you could look at something and be like, what is that?
Feel like you had like it's one of those things where I think if you smoke because you're paranoid, you're gonna get even more fucked up,
Well,
like
that's what I mean.
paranoid wise.
I don't like heights either, but like when I got on a plane, I was cool.
Yeah, no, I
Like,
just,
I
well,
just wanted,
yeah.
it was just a thing
Well,
where it's like,
I told you
when we were
guys-
taking off, I'm like, oh fuck.
The first time I was on a plane was when I was
Take off is the
14,
worst.
and it was because
like
I
a
was
fucking roller
14, and it
coaster.
was the first time I was ever on a plane, and I was scared shitless of heights.
Right.
And I was by myself.
Oh hell no.
There's
Yeah.
certain things. I'm deathly scared of heights. scared. I'm definitely scared of heights. But like, there's some things I could be on that's like very tall or whatever that I'm just cool.
I mean,
with.
it's not bad.
Like roller
You
coasters.
feel like you're in a building almost.
I was saying like roller coasters. I can get on. I'm fine. I'll be scared of just like the fucking whatever. But then like what?
Well, I'm just saying the plane's not bad because it's not like you feel any wind or anything. Like you almost feel like you're just in a house or something. Like
With very, very high pressure.
yeah, it doesn't
like-
feel like you're moving really. Like you just feel like you're standing still. So I mean, it's like it didn't bother. Like yeah, I'm maybe not as bad with heights as you are,
Right.
but it's like it didn't bother me because it's just like I'm just moving. Like
Have you ever been on a plane? Oh, you said you were on like 2 or 3.
Last time I was on a plane, I was like 2. We went to fucking Disney World,
Yeah, it's
and
not that
like
bad.
I cried the entire time.
Oh, so
and
you're that kid.
Yes, I was, and I was always
I'll-
that kid,
I'll-
even
I'll
off a
kick
plane,
you.
even not
I'm
on
the
a plane.
I'm the type of dude like I obviously everybody knows I hate kids, and I'm the type of dude that if I'm in a plane and the kid in front of me is crying, I'll kick his seat. I don't care. I fucking hate kids. I hate when I'm in a restaurant and the kid is crying. Like, bitch, take your fucking kid out of here. Obviously, they don't want to be here. Just take him away. Like, no, I came here to dine the same as you did, but now I'm getting disturbed because you don't know how to take care of your fucking kid.
That brought
Right.
up a repressed memory. I was in a movie theater.
He got
we were
beat.
watching- No, we were watching. We went to go. I think we went to go watch either Civil War or some shit. It was a Marvel
Civil War
movie.
was with you.
No,
like
I
me and
saw.
you.
I saw the
Yeah, that
movie.
was
With,
with all three of
I
us.
saw I saw a movie with my parents. It was an Avenger movie or some shit. It wasn't the first one, but
Maybe
I was,
Age of
I
Ultron?
don't know. I was sitting there and like I was watching a movie, and like there's kids behind me just fucking around like the whole time, just fucking kicking my seat.
I fucking hate
And
kids in movie theaters.
And I was
dude.
like sitting there, I'm like, oh my god. And literally, I heard this kid, he's like, eating popcorn, and he's like, and he coughed a piece of popcorn on the top of my head.
I would have turned around and decked the
I was
fucking
like,
kid.
I was
would
sitting
have.
there, I sat there, I was like, oh my fucking god. I'm like, that better not be what I think it is. And I went like this, and it was wet. I'm like, all right, well,
Like his propeller.
Yeah.
And he's like,
yeah, I just.
See, if you had the propeller hat at the time, you could have propelled it
maybe-
away.
Yeah.
No, but
Um,
I remember I had to be like 15, 16. I just looked back at the kid, just fucking pissed, and he was like, "What?"
No,
It's just-
okay, I'm usually not that person that will like, bitch and moan at people in public because I could just kind of will deal with it. But kids, I don't have a fuse with kids. So I remember the one time I'm in a movie theater. I think I was with like my cousin or something. And of course we're watching a comic movie because that's me. And I'm sitting there and this kid keeps like rocking my seat because he's got his feet on the back of my seat. And he's like rocking it. He's not kicking it, he's rocking
he's
it. And I like turned around, I was like, hey man, can you stop that? His parents did not give a shit. And he's like, I gotta say, probably somewhere between 9 to 11 years old. And so, like, I turned around because he stopped when I was talking to him. And then he started up again. And I got up. I was like, yo, dude, stop. Like, I was talking in the theater. I was like, stop it. And his parents are like, what's up? I'm like, your kid keeps shaking my seat. And she's just like, oh, stop it. So then what happened was I sat back down, and like 10 minutes later, my seat started getting like kicked, but like very lightly. So where he was just kind of just trying to be a little dick. So I just got up, went over, told like the dude, and they kicked him out. They kicked him out.
I got up and beat the shit out.
I was, dude. If they didn't kick the motherfucker out, and I was the type of dude that walked with the dude with the flashlight to escort them out. I was standing right next to him, like, yeah, that's them. Like, I don't deal with kids. I don't. I cannot fucking. And like, I remember my nephews, like my sister was like, oh, we're gonna take my nephew to like the first movie, and it was a kids movie, so there was a bunch of screaming kids and blah blah blah. But like, as soon as my nephew started like acting up, because like, he's like, he'll watch the movie for a while, and then he'll get like bored. And like he just has to be like go run around, or he wants to change seats, or blah 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 blah. So like when he starts running around, I'll just pick him up and take him out the theater.
Yeah.
I'm just like, no, we're not doing this. Same thing. My niece is very good with movies. She'll sit there and watch the movie if she's interested. If she's not interested in the movie, she will not give a fuck. But like, I guess they saw Frozen 2 in theater right before COVID hit, and she went and sat down, didn't make a fucking peep. She sat there and watched the whole movie.
I can't believe like how some parents just don't like yell at
Beat their
Oh
kid.
my
I don't
God.
understand
when
it.
they're like going crazy and they just like let them be crazy. I'm if that was my fucking kid, I would whip their ass.
dude.
Well, see, that was
And
the
that's
thing.
the reason why I don't want kids. Like,
That's one of the reasons I don't want kids.
I mean, that was the thing going back
because
to like,
just seeing it,
like-
it's like
It's so
how
fucking
could you let
annoying.
your kid just be fucking crazy
I-
as shit, and they just sit there.
It's just those fucking. I mean, going back
like,
to like
that
the
doesn't make
plane thing
sense
is
to
like
me.
I had that fucking like stereotype of like a baby on a plane like just being annoying. It's like I was sitting there, but I'm like, it did bother me because
Yeah.
I'm just like what the fuck ever. Like it's like it's not like I'm doing anything interesting on the plane that the baby's disturbing anyways.
No, see,
I'm already sitting there bored off my ass.
the plane,
and, like, a baby bitching.
yeah,
ain't
the
fucking
plane
annoying me.
isn't such a huge deal because again, you're not really doing anything. I can pop my headphones in or whatever. But when I'm in a movie or I'm in a
yeah, of
restaurant,
course.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
shit's what annoys me. The plane is just more of like, dude, shut your fucking baby
Well,
up.
well, that's what I'm
Put
saying.
a
Yeah, I
little
dealt with
whiskey in
that.
its mouth, make it pass out.
Yeah.
Like like do something. But like. That's because I'm not doing anything in there. I'm just flying to one place to another. It's like sitting in a car. I'll pop my headphones in. I'll play on my computer. I'll play on my phone. It don't really matter to me on the plane unless you have like a kid that's like doing stupid shit like
Right.
kicking your seat or something. That'll annoy the fuck out of
Well,
me.
yeah,
But
yeah,
like,
of course, yeah.
but that's where I'm just like I can't stand when parents don't do shit to
I
their
know,
kid.
it's
Like they
crazy.
just
That, you
let
know,
them go.
That is the thing. I've seen too many examples of bad parents that I hope when I do have kids, because I am going to have kids, I want kids, that when I do have kids, I'm not going to be that fucking asshole that's like sitting there while their kids like fucking going around the fucking theater.
Dude,
or
I
some
remember
shit.
I remember being a little kid and I would bitch and moan because we'd be at Walmart and be like, Mom, buy me this toy. And she's like, no. And then I'd start crying and shit. My mom would be like, fucking keep crying, I'll beat your ass, blah, blah, blah. And I was fucking still like upset and crying, but I wasn't screaming anymore because she's like, you're embarrassing the fuck out of me. I will beat your ass. And I'm just like,
Yes, Mommy.
You know what?
Yes, Mommy.
You know what helped me? I had two older brothers, and they were like, especially the oldest, Jimmy. He was so fucking bad. I would see him get his ass beat, and I'd be like,
well, that's
Like, I ain't doing shit.
I kind of did that as well. I guess that's kind of why I was like a good teenager because like I saw my sister as a teenager, and my sister as a teenager, and she'll even admit this, was a bitch. Like she was bad.
Yeah, no,
and Ryan knows because he was there. But like she was horrible,
get
and the
fucking
way
angry
like
at
my
anything.
mom would
yelling.
my mom would like have like an actual physical fight with my sister. And then, like, my sister would, like, leave, or my mom would leave, or whatever, blah, 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 but I'd go with my mom. And then my mom would be like, please, do not turn out like that. So I kind of, like, had that in my back of my head the whole time. Like, yeah, I was kind of maybe a little bit of a shitty, like, kid from, like, 5 to 10. But as soon as that, I was just like, no, I don't really want to be like my sister, you know?
See,
And
I did the same shit, but I didn't have like any older sibling to do that for. I don't know.
Right.
I was just like, I got to a certain point where I'm like, okay, I understand that like this shit's fucking annoying. So
see,
guess
and
I'm
I
just
think
not
I
gonna do
also,
it.
because I hung out
Like,
with Ryan.
I would choose the bitch at home and be like, if I was in public, I'd realize like, okay,
Wait.
I'd realize if I'm in public, I'm gonna be a fucking nuisance. I'd bitch and moan to my parents when I got home if I was fucking irritated about something. I'm not gonna make a scene in the middle of a store.
Yeah.
You know, like I
Yeah.
would still bitch and moan, but I'll be like, okay, I'll wait
That's
till I get home.
embarrassing.
Yeah, I'm like, I could realize that as like,
You know,
like a 10
Well, how-
year old and up. That's fucking annoying.
how were you with your parents? I'd like to know. Were you a
I
bitch at
mean-
all, or what happened?
I feel like I
Don't you
agree
bitch
with
and moan with your mom all the
Yeah, I
time?
agree with Ryan. Like, I would not throw fits, like, in public, because that's embarrassing as hell. But, like, at home, we would fight.
Yeah, pretty much.
We would go off on each other.
Like I always hear like because it's always like women have problems with their mothers. Like is
Yeah.
that like did
yeah, I noticed a lot of, like, I
know-
know a lot of that.
Dude, I argue with my mom
think
like
me-
crazy.
How do you feel about your parents? Like, do you love them or like
Oh, yeah.
or
I love both of them. I think that me and my mom are just very, very alike. We're very stubborn and stuff like that. So, like,
That's
we
that's
clash.
why I think my sister and my mom, they're very much alike.
We clashed way
And-
too much.
yeah.
Yeah, but me and my dad, like, I could tell him anything. I could tell him, like, I need a plan B or something. and he would go get it for me. But my mom, if I fucking told her that, she would probably have a fucking heart attack.
Did you really ask your dad for a plan B?
No, I'm saying like I
Well,
could.
yeah,
She's saying she
Example.
could if she
I was
had
gonna
to.
say, how the fuck did that go down?
But like,
it's just like
see,
me and
that's
my
the
mom too.
opposite way for me. I can tell my dad stuff after it happens because my dad will be like, "Well, what can I do now?"
No, that's me
But
too,
like, I can't
yeah.
tell him during it. My mom, I will tell.
No, that is
like I'll
exactly
be like,
me, yeah.
"Yo, mom, like this shit happened," and my mom will be like, "Ew, that's gross." But then like she'll talk to me and help me out. Whereas if I tell my dad that, he'll be like, or now he'll go into like a 2-hour tangent of why it was a bad idea and not help me out.
You know, my dad will do the same shit. Like,
Yeah.
I'll tell him something like that, and he'll just get pissed off. Like, why the fuck are you doing that? And my mom will just be like, okay, well, I guess we'll do this.
Yeah.
Like,
Right, it's like you go for help, you ask for help,
Yeah.
and then they get mad. I'm
It's like,
okay,
okay,
so this is why I don't
see,
tell you
here's
anything.
the thing. I don't mind that, like, I don't care about, like, the 2-hour tangent or yelling at me, whatever. That's cool. It's what a parent does. But, like, can you help me first? And then when the problem is solved, yell at me. I'm fine with that.
No,
Right.
but
But, like-
I never had an issue with that. Like I said, both my parents were mostly on the same page for most shit. Like I remember, a few years ago, I had a UTI, and I told you guys about this. And like I remember for like maybe a week, it just hurt pissing. Like I was scared as fuck. I'm like, I have a STD, whatever. So like I came to my parents and go, look, I'm having trouble pissing. It hurts. And both my parents were like, all right, your father's gonna. My mom was like, your father's gonna go to the store, get you some cranberry juice. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. And my dad was like, yeah, don't worry about it. Here, I got you this. I'm like, okay. So like you guys remember, for like 2 weeks, I was just drinking straight
I know.
cranberry juice.
Yeah, no, it was hilarious because we'd be in school and this motherfucker would pull out an entire gallon of cranberry juice and just start downing it
Well, I
in
was like-
class.
I was thinking about that. I'm like, I feel like people are gonna know something's up if I just come to school and I bring a bag or.
But you did anyway.
But I was like, I wonder, whatever. And it was funny because people were like, why the fuck are you drinking cranberry
Did it
juice?
work?
But then you
Oh,
can
it
be
did.
like, but then you
Within
can be
a
like,
week, it cleared up.
Yeah,
I was
no,
like,
you,
oh,
no, no,
you
cool.
come to my house with a bottle. I just remember the one day you came into my house with a big jug and you just put it in my fridge. You're like, I'm gonna save that for later. Like I think you were sleeping over or something. You brought it to my fucking house. You just put it in my fridge. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna have.
I
that
wouldn't
one.
I
No.
wouldn't
Oh,
wish
okay.
that on my worst
but
enemy.
here, but the funny
Oh.
part is like you could just, if people were like, well, why are you drinking? And then like you tell them, yeah, I got, an STI, whatever, and they'd be
Dude,
like,
I don't know
oh,
how
you could
you-
be, but
I don't
then,
know how you
but then
got
at the same time they'd be like, oh, he fucking,
Okay,
you
so
know, like he
I don't know
be
how you got
fucking.
that, because here's the thing, like I am so
That-
goddamn lazy when it comes to like nutting and just not pissing afterwards. Like, dude, literally, I'll have fucking sex and I'll go right to bed. Like, and I'll wake up the next day and be like, I'll go piss and then I'll be like, oh, that's kind of hurts. And then like,
Well,
the
yeah,
next-
usually, yeah,
Oh,
no. If
God.
you
the
if
next
you
piss
don't,
after that,
it was
it's
fine.
cool.
Yeah, it's just because you're getting all the stuff that's still
That
in
first-
there
yeah,
out.
that first piss is like, oh, this is a little
I
uncomfortable,
just-
but the second piss is like, whatever, I'm back
Dude,
to normal.
I
I've never had
remember-
your-
Yeah, I think I remember us
I
making fun of you.
neglect-
Like, what? Did you not piss for like 3 days and like
Well, that's
nut
okay.
like 4 times in a row or
Dude,
something?
I don't know.
I will
I don't-
neglect the fuck out of pissing after
I couldn't-
nut, but
dude.
like, like I've never had your issues.
Dude, I couldn't tell you exactly what the fuck I did. I just remember I broke up with her, like the girl I was with. I broke up with her, and like a week later, I was like, literally, it was like every time I pissed, it was just a sharp pain. I was like,
Really?
oh, I have a fucking STD. I fucking know it. God damn it.
I was
Whatever.
funny, I was making fun of you. I'm just like,
Oh,
Nick's
God.
Nick's got fucking
Dude,
herpes.
literally,
Yeah, I remember we were doing
I
that.
mean, here's the thing. I've described it like this before. It's like, every time I had to piss, it would be like, even if it was just the little tiniest bit, it would like only stop at the tip of my penis. So like, this thing, like, when you have to piss, you can kind of hold it in, whatever. But then like whatever, it just anytime like the littlest bit, it would just be like right there, like ready to fucking go. I remember one time I laughed too hard and I almost pissed myself. Like, not even, I was like, ha ha, and the piss dribbled on my leg. I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. Like, shit, I remember I went to the mall with these 2 girls. It was like in my radio TV class, and there was this girl that I liked that I went with. I was like, oh yeah, I like her, whatever. And like,
Trying
I
to
remember-
fuck her with an
and, like,
STD.
I was thinking we're having a good time, we're laughing, whatever. And then like we walked out of the store, and I had to piss real bad. I felt it dribble down my leg because I couldn't
Ew.
hold it. No, I couldn't fucking hold it, and I was like, I'll be right back. I went to the bathroom and pissed, and it was the worst thing. Like,
You just you just go. Could you imagine going into a stall and like going into a bathroom and hearing a man at a fucking urinal just screaming
No, dude,
for
that's
his
the
life?
Well, that was the thing. I could like it was so hard to not like fucking make a noise because it hurt so fucking bad. Like it was like it was like someone took a knife and just fucking
Just jamming it down your pee
yeah,
hole.
dude. Like honestly, I don't wish that on my worst fucking enemy. And that's the thing I looked up to. They're like, oh, mostly women get this. I'm like, so how was I the 1.0 or how's that the 0.0001% of the man to get a fucking UTI?
Well,
I
I see.
mean,
I
neglect
know.
the fuck out of that.
I remember.
never had that problem.
Yeah,
I
I
remember
never,
when I
like-
was in in 8th grade health class, and they were like, guys can get UTIs, like letting you all know, like you can get it, and I was just like, that's scary as shit. So like for the first like 3 weeks, every time I nut, I would go take a piss, and I'm like, this is kind of obvious. Like my door would be locked, and then I would walk out of the room, take a piss, and then everything would be like kind of normal or whatever. So I was
Dude.
like, yeah, maybe I'll just wait like a 20 minutes or something, you know, whatever, and all this. And then I would, and then after a while, I just kind of would forget. And the same thing like Ryan, like I would like jerk off before bed, and then I'd just roll
still
over and
forget.
go to bed.
I mean, the next morning, it's like your first piss is like, oh, that's
Well, I
kind of
th- I-
uncomfortable, and then the next piss after that.
Well,
Well,
like,
then,
oh,
and you
back
know,
tomorrow.
and then
I
I
think
remember,
it's-
I remember the first time that happened after that class, like that I kind of hurt the next morning. I was like, oh fuck, I didn't pee last night. I have a
I
UTI.
think
Like,
the key is that, like I would always like, you know, it's like even like just before I have sex, it's like I like to piss first because it's like.
you don't want to
Well,
accidentally
because,
pee
no,
pee in
it's just
her.
like I feel like sex
I'll be
is
right
much
back.
less enjoyable
If
when
you have to piss, yeah.
Like if I have to piss and I'm like fucking and it's like I have like the combination of having to nut and piss at the same time and I'm like this sucks.
No, because
So
I'll
I piss
literally,
before. So afterwards,
stop her.
I don't have to piss anymore. You know,
Yeah.
it's like after I'm done.
because you already drained it.
Yeah,
you already
after
drained
I'm-
it.
Yeah, after I'm done fucking, I don't have to piss anymore.
No,
So
I
it's
remember.
like- and then there's nothing to piss out, and then I'll be like,
There's
okay,
been
I'll just go to bed.
there's been
Fucking-
multiple times where we'll be laying in bed and like she'll like start trying to go and I'll be like, yeah, cool, and then like I'll move and I'll be like, yeah, we gotta stop. Like I will stop the romantic starting of having sex because I have to go pee because I'm like I
do
want to
that.
pee.
We do
I
that
want to
every
pee before because I'm not going. I don't like having the feeling of having to pee while I'm trying to plow you. You know,
No,
like
we'll be doing that every time. Like we'll fucking like be like, you know, like 10, 15, 20 minutes into like fucking foreplay or whatever, and then one of us will be like, hold on.
And you'll just get up,
and
and
then
you'll
I'll
just-
be sitting there like a fucking mummy, like, all right, just waiting for her to be.
yeah, no, yeah.
And then she'll come back. I'm like, oh, okay, we'll get that. It's just like, all right, hold on, I gotta go fucking piss. Like every time I'm like,
There's been a couple
it's annoying 'cause
times.
I
There's
feel
been a
like it
couple
breaks
times.
up the
Yeah,
moment,
there's
and
been a
it's
couple
so
times where
bad.
like I'll have to stop it. Like I'll stop it. Like we'll be like in a minute or we'll be like a minute or two into it, and then I'll stop it, and I'll walk back. I'll walk to the bathroom, and then I'm like, all right, I'll come back in. And I'll try to be all like stupid and like kind of romantic or whatever, and then she'll be like, I gotta go, and she'll get up and go, and I'll be like, God damn it.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, it's like.
But like, yeah, I would much rather do that than
Just have it.
yeah.
Sorry, I had to
laying
piss.
the whole time. Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, I'll piss beforehand, and then when I'm done, it's like I don't have to piss anymore. So I'll be like, "Fuck it, I'm going to bed," and then I'll wake up the next morning with like this shitty piss.
You ever get the divider?
all the
Oh, I
time.
fucking hate that
Every-
shit. I hate that shit
Yeah,
so
I do
much.
too.
Like
It's where like
a little
yeah,
bit of
after
cum
you-
sticks
yeah,
in the tip of your dick, and
Every
like
time
when
you-
you go
yeah.
pee, the
It'll
cum will
split
stay
it.
there and it will split the pee stream. So you'll have two streams. And dude, there's been so many times where I'll go take a piss and it will fucking split and literally just miss the toilet. And I'll be so angry.
Oh my god.
I'll be like, I'll just look at it and be like, fuck.
Yeah.
And then eventually, like the pee stream will
I'll
like
just-
break
I'll
it
just
and
twist
it'll
Yeah.
go
my
into
dick
one.
sideways, and then that way.
Yeah, just twist your
Wow,
dick.
Learn something new every day.
Oh yeah. Well, Bella, you ever have a issue with pissing?
By the way, we're at an
No.
hour, just so,
Or
just so everybody knows. I don't care. I'm just saying we're at an hour.
well,
Let's make Nick the biggest podcast Nick's ever done.
whatever.
3 hours
I
now.
don't give a fuck. All I gotta do is put the whatever. Yeah, I could do it. So like Bella,
I
you
gotta-
ever have trouble pissing?
No.
I got a question, Bella. You said right before we started that you were gonna start an OnlyFans with your girlfriend. So you gonna link your OnlyFans?
I don't have one. I mean, I do have one, but I don't have any content.
You have an OnlyFans already?
With nothing on it.
Yes.
well,
When
are
did
you
you
gonna
make this
start
OnlyFans?
putting content on it?
I don't know. Maybe I should.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, if you want to link it, here's your chance.
Okay,
I
so
don't ha-
You have our creepy followers. No, I'm
Here's
just-
the thing, so from like a girl's perspective, I'd like to know like what is your thoughts on OnlyFans? Like how like, because I know a lot of I know a lot of women. They do OnlyFans, you know, and they put the nude content on there. But like, what is your perspective on OnlyFans as like a woman who is just starting out? Like, why do you want to do one?
Honestly, I just want to make that bread.
Okay,
and you know what,
obviously there's the
dude,
bread.
and
I feel
you know
like
what's
that's
fucked up?
Everybody's purpose for
Well,
doing
yes.
it. I
Well,
don't
here's
think
the
anybody
thing.
does it for fun.
Here's the thing. You know what really pisses me off is if you've seen some of the people shit that they get,
They
like
get so much money.
so much fucking money. Like, and Ryan has said this 1,000 times, and please shut up because I know you're about to scream it. But women have it so fucking easy for this shit.
Women.
Because it's so ridiculous. If a man starts it, yeah, I guarantee you there's probably
Nobody
a
wants to
couple.
see my dick.
Apparently, I guarantee you there's a couple guys that have OnlyFans and they're probably doing decent for themselves. But
it's-
they
it's
didn't. They
gay
didn't.
men, they
They
guarantee
didn't.
it's
Oh
rarely
yeah,
women that buy
they
this
didn't
shit.
just. But I'm guaranteeing,
It's
dude,
gay
they
men
did
that wanna
not
see my dick,
just
probably.
start and then automatically get thousands of dollars. There's girls that we went to school with that are making thousands of dollars off of OnlyFans because men just want to see them naked.
Look, here's the thing. When I do it, I gotta hit a niche. So like, you know, I'm a fat guy, so that kind of works. Maybe there's like a fat guy niche there. Maybe I put
Oh, they call you bears.
yeah,
like the gay community will call you a bear. I'm a bear.
hairy.
Me and you are
we're
bears.
bears. Maybe I could be a bear, but put my wiener in a cake, and they'll be like, "Oh, that's hot."
Can we start like a
a food
sloppy
porn.
seconds OnlyFans where we don't do anything together, but we all share it. We all just post disgusting stuff on there.
Cake farts.
You know, it's the thing.
Yeah, but like like just balls dragged across the cake.
You know, I forget what I looked at, but it made me laugh. It was something about like how this is the best time for our wieners, like ever, and like they were talking about how gross it must have been back then. You know, like before showers.
Yeah, like hygiene and
Yeah.
shaving
Like,
and.
we live in the best time for our wieners.
I mean, same thing with pussies. Like, imagine like fucking slopping down.
Imagine having to go down and suck a dick that has not been
I'm
showered.
saying even like imagine having to like fucking eat out a woman who hasn't like washed her
Right.
pussy
No,
in,
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
forever.
Like it disgusting. And I'm so glad that we were not part of it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, imagine eating a pussy that.
Yeah,
just hasn't
we
been
could have
washed
been
in, like,
born
days or weeks.
We could have been born in any other fucking time, and we're in a good time right now. You know, all the bad shit that's happening in the world still beats like Black Plague time.
I was
yeah.
I was talking to somebody. I don't remember why. Maybe I was talking at work, but we were talking about
Still got this.
we were talking about the fact that people are trying to make like babies like science without people. Like they're just trying to grow babies, like a test tube baby.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why? Here's my thing. Like, I understand making it for like a lesbian couple that can't have kids, you know, blah blah blah. But it's like, go adopt a kid. I understand. Oh, they're not our kid, but I mean, okay, family doesn't have to be blood, whatever. But anyway, my thing is sex is the best part of having a child.
Here's the thing, man. When it comes to that, I feel like we're on the cusp of discovering discovering something when it comes to like, you know,
Are we gonna put
human-
superpowers in our babies?
No, here's the thing. Not even like that. Just like we're on the cusp of discovering something about human life and how we are that'll change the way we think about fucking everything. Because think about like, yeah, you know, oh, sex is the best part of having a kid, but then there'll be a point where it's like we don't do that anymore.
Yeah, fuck that.
But that's
I'm still fucking.
It's a thing of like at this point in time with our fucking like minds right now, that like.
But that's what I'm saying. Why are we trying to take out the fucking part of having a baby? It's the best part of having a baby.
But here's the thing, man. Maybe
And it's
like,
not. And having a baby sucks dick.
That's the thing. It's like
I don't think that'll ever.
I
not
feel
be
like
part of the process.
I feel like there's so much that we still have to discover about the human race. Like, what if one day we find out that having sex is bad for you?
I'm still having sex.
But here's the thing. It's like, yeah, it's like
I don't want to live for 150 years and not plow.
Well, yeah, I feel like that'll still be an option. I don't think they're ever going to take it away. But I feel like we're on the cusp of like this thing with the internet.
You don't need it.
Yeah, like I think we're at a point like the internet has sped along shit so fucking.
Well,
much.
yeah, because the sharing of information.
I mean, listen, look at.
But
the
it's also
point-
slowed a lot of shit down.
I mean, in terms of like, here's the thing: it slowed everything yeah, it slowed a lot of shit down. But in terms of like scientific fucking progression, I feel like internet has sped up so much shit. I mean,
Oh,
look
yeah.
at us, 1999, 2000, right? We're sitting there, internet just fucking going. We're like, oh, fucking whatever. Now we could be in the fucking video games. Now we can fucking like.
Well, no,
all
that's the
this
thing.
Bullshit.
It's like,
It's
I'm saying, internet has progressed a lot of stuff, but also slowed a lot of shit down. Like the fact that we could, like, we sit here, we have the world of information, literally the entire world of information at our fingertips, but a lot of us don't know basic shit. Because we retain useless information, like you get off Twitter.
right.
You know, I'm not praising you should never go on the internet because fuck, how would you watch this Sloppy Seconds podcast? But I'm saying it's just ridiculous how dumb it has made people to have all of the knowledge of the world at your fingertips.
Bella, what do you think about the internet?
What do you mean?
TikTok not included.
Just internet in general. What do you think about it? Like, if you think about it as like a broad thing, what do you think about it?
I honestly wish that it didn't exist. I
Internet?
wish, yeah, anything. I wish phones didn't exist. I wish that we were back in like the old days and like
We actually had to
Had to,
communicate
like,
with each other.
go to somebody's house to just talk to them. Like I wish that.
You
was
know, I
a
can just
thing.
we can randomly stop at people's
Or,
house
like,
instead of
writing-
texting. I'm like, hey, you home? And
Or like writing letters and stuff like that. That's what I like.
oh, thank God we're
I
past
hate
that phase for me
people,
because my
like, are
handwriting
always
is
on their phone,
garbage.
like Nick right now.
Sorry, I didn't answer the text. Here's the thing.
I'm just kidding.
No, I get that, but also like 'cause I understand that point of view of like, oh, technology has made us all dig our fucking heads into the phones and whatnot and shit. But like, the only reason we think that's bad is because it's not what we're used to, and that's not what it used to be. We used to be in each other's faces and shit. But in terms of like the grand scale, what if that is
Can
what
you
we're supposed to be?
can you imagine when we are all old
thought you
and
were
in
gonna say something
retirement?
mean to me.
No. Can you imagine we
You,
were all
like, shut the
old
fuck up, Nick.
and in retirement homes and shit that they will be teaching history about this this generation, and they're gonna have to show memes.
Dude,
Like
20
the fact that
20
memes are like our hieroglyphs and shit, like they are a part of history, and it's ridiculous. I absolutely love that concept that they're gonna have to see the shitty amount of memes that are made
Isn't it fucking weird how many like historical events we've lived through?
Have
in
an
just the past
archaeologist
like
dig through my
fucking
phone.
20
They're
years.
gonna all
No, not
teach-
even 20, just couple years, like
They're gonna teach
2020.
all about like Corona and stuff.
Oh,
and
God.
Have
It's
an
gonna be in like the
archaeologist.
history books and shit, and we lived through
My
that.
grandkids.
Yeah, but like
my
Netflix
grandkids,
is Netflix is part of history. Like they're gonna have to bring up like Netflix and like Uber. Like if Uber shuts down, like tomorrow Uber like goes bankrupt and there's nothing like Uber, like Lyft and everything. So there's no more like that, and you have to go back to taxis and stuff like that. Uber will still be a part of history and be taught about because of this shit.
Isn't it just so fucking weird that like, yeah, we can imagine the future, but it's like,
I just can't wait to see a textbook with memes in it.
Listen,
Like,
like,
archaeologist pull out my phone and my meme archive.
yeah, no, like personally, me, I can't even imagine because,
All the dick pics and memes he has to go through.
oh yeah, God fucking damn it.
Right, they see the video of Ryan with the rubber band on his nuts pulling on him.
There's
Like that's
not saved anywhere.
Well,
listen,
It's not saved anywhere.
the advancement of technology is kind of fascinating me because look at the fucking like 60s, 70s, 80s. The biggest thing
And
that
how
happened-
slow it
Yeah,
took
how
for
slow.
technology to like advance, and then
Look at the
you hit
past-
1990 and technology fucking blew up.
Look at the
Ever
past-
since then.
just from 2000. Look how like fucking far we are. In terms
Well, have
of
you seen
fucking
the
technology and
pictures
shit
of like
that.
TVs when they were first invented to now, and it's only like a 40 or not 40, but like it's like almost like an 80-year difference, and they're completely different, like 100%.
that's
And like
the-
then you see the first cell phone in 1980, and then the cell phones now, and
Yeah.
you see like the different. I've looked at a couple of those photos, like even the ovens, even ovens, like they're basically the same, but they're completely different. And it's fucking phenomenal how like just and then you don't realize you're thinking like 1950s because it's so long ago because you never lived it. It wasn't that long ago.
No,
Take it.
I'm not taking the
Fella,
rest
take
of
it.
that for you.
Come on, Take it.
No, I'm thinking about it.
We're not moving on until you take that.
Relax.
Thanks for coming on the podcast. Bella's not gonna take the shot. Come on, you'll be fine. You got a White Claw right there. Just fucking gulp it and fucking yeah. There you go.
Or put some White Claw in it.
Here, you want me to sing a song? Bella's got
What kind of fucking witch's cauldron are you making right now?
So,
Bella's
Nick,
taking the shot. She looks very
disgusting. She didn't even take the full shot.
She didn't even take the full shot.
So, Nick, I got a question now.
yeah, what's up?
Now that you have officially gotten part of the video that you had in mind, are you going to be making a rap video soon?
So, when it comes to the rap video, it's a thing. It's just like
No,
shh.
because you have like 2 lyrics. You need more, and you don't.
I mean, yeah,
And you also need a beat.
You don't have a beat, and you don't have a video. So
I had
no,
a
you're not.
beat, but also it's like
What,
it's
in
a
your
free
head?
beat. No, I showed you guys the beat.
Well, you wouldn't be.
Use- That is way too fast and upbeat for any fucking thing you're gonna use.
Well, that's why he would have to practice to do
Look,
it.
no, here's the thing. I can, I have faith in myself.
Bella, to keep
I
you
can- I
updated,
can
Nick's
rap.
going to make a rap video, and
And
it's going to be
one tone.
hilarious.
It doesn't change pitch
Yo.
at any time.
No, like, I feel like it's very discouraging because I feel like I have the fucking like what's the word, like imagination. I have such a good fucking imagination that I could do that shit and I could make a fucking rap video. Probably not good, but probably funny. I feel like I could do something like that, but also
Well, I mean,
it's
look
like,
at all the funny rappers that actually turned into serious rappers.
No, I could.
I love Young
no,
Gravy.
honestly,
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
honestly, I could produce and edit that. I think, but I just couldn't sing it.
I mean, it's like I've
like,
sat
if-
here.
I would be
So
in your
not like-
video, and I would be like, I'd give you like a couple lines, but I wouldn't be a huge part
So
of the
if you
video.
were to write,
You would also have to write my lines
no,
for
if,
me.
if you were to write it and like, somewhat come up with a beat, I could film it easy.
Well, it's like I could.
Because I could come up with a shitty, decent video easily. Actually,
Well, it's like, yeah,
and
like-
edit it and make it like comprehensible.
See, I have ideas in my head all the fucking time about like shit.
Well,
we
make
could
sure
do
you write
and
them down
whatnot.
and stuff.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like because shit, even at work, I'll just play a fucking rap beat and I'll sit there and just think of fucking stupid lines. That's like where the thing
like
with,
that's what you do. That's what you do
It-
when we listen to music anyway.
That's the thing. It's and like when I say like too much. God damn it. Sorry. Oh, okay. Yeah, you do. Okay. I feel like I say like again. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm kind of drunk. So, I mean, you guys have heard me. Shut up. You've heard me fucking freestyle and shit. And I like, what was that one thing?
Dude, I really want to, because we're going to make a Snapchat montage one day, and I swear we're going to, because I have a shit ton, we have a couple friends that have a shit ton of videos of us and everything, and I have a video of you rapping and making Jacob cry on the floor.
It was something about fucking my mom or
Yeah,
something.
you were like, raindrop, raindrop,
Oh no, it was raindrop, drop top, mom cut me coming in a tube sock.
no, and then you like went on to that, and then eventually it turned into, I'm gonna fuck my mom.
Yeah, no, like,
And I was just like, what?
I think freestyling is pretty funny. Like, especially like, you just have a beat going. You're like, all right, fuck it, I'll just go. My favorite thing is when we get a group of people, just like have a beat going, and it's like, all right, everybody come up with a line. So I'll start it, and someone else, like, remember we went to that fucking where we were at that cabin,
Yeah.
and like we went to that guy's
And
cabin,
you literally,
was
when
like,
you were
"Alright,
told to hit the
everybody."
rain.
Yeah, I was told to hit the rain.
Did
Like,
we ever tell that story on here?
Yes.
I don't want.
Oh, we did?
I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure we told it.
I don't think we
Sandy's
have.
Cheeks. If we haven't told it, tell us in the comments.
Yeah, he's got to hit the rain, and we're at a
I'm
cabin.
sure we did.
Bella, you like the rap? Yeah, rap for us. I'll provide the beat.